I thought it was a real good town meeting, and I think the governor always has to be available for good meetings like this where folks can ask any question they want, no holds barred. Thought all the questions were really on target. It's jobs, it's economic development, it's taking care of our healthcare needs, and definitely investing in education. We want to make sure our Hispanic population all across Illinois gets a fair shake. 23% of the children going to school right now in Illinois, grammar school and high school, are Hispanic kids, and I want to make sure they get an excellent education. We don't want any state out educating our citizens, and it's very important that we work together on that mission and get the proper resources for early childhood education, for kindergarten through 12th grade, definitely our community colleges, and we want every child who is able to do college work to get to college and not to have to be held back by finances. So this is a mission of a lifetime, and I was really inspired by everybody's questions today.
Speaking of jobs in the economy, it was announced today that despite adding jobs this month, unemployment ticked up again for the 6th month in a row. What's going on?
Well, we added 30,000 jobs in Illinois this month, and I think what's happening is people who are discouraged and not part of the labor market, even looking for a job, are seeing the opportunities and coming back into the labor market searching for a job. So our state has added just in this month 30,000 jobs, which is quite significant. Since the beginning of the year, I think our number is about 68,000 jobs. We got to keep doing it. I think we have to keep using our public works programs that we have, building in roads, bridges, and schools to help our employment situation. And it's also important to make sure that our educational system is training our workers for the jobs of today. So one more thing, we've had a 32% increase in our exports from our businesses in Illinois to the world, and that helps create new markets and new jobs. So I do feel that this is a very major challenge, obviously, economic growth. The fact we added 30,000 jobs in our job creation in Illinois, our rate of growth is better than the national rate of job creation, is a sign that we're revving up the engines.
The rate might be higher, but now we're slipping further and further. Well, we're higher than the national average in unemployment. I mean, what does that mean for the state?
Well, what I just said is when some of the people who have been very, very discouraged and haven't participated in the statistics, when they come back into the job market, they are included, and that's oftentimes what happens. But job creation, to me, right now is the number one challenge that we have in Illinois. If we can add 30,000 jobs in 1 month, I think that's a good sign that our employers see possibilities and good possibilities for the next few months. So we have to work with them. As a matter of fact, we'll be in Springfield by the end of this month on an economic growth and tax reform package that we need to pass, I think, in order to keep moving forward. And it's important that we never, ever forget that economic growth and jobs are job one.
And have you got any indication that that package will have more support in the House, where it seems to have the highest hurdle?
I think the bill probably will start in the House, and we'll work with the members, both Democrat and Republican, there to get the job done. There's no such thing as a Republican job or a Democratic job. They're Illinois jobs, and we have to work on that issue with the members of the legislature. We want to make sure that we also include the Earned Income Tax Credit, which is a very important way to fight poverty, to help working families raising children, and to improve consumer demand, which is 70% of our economy. If we want to have more jobs, we want to help consumers with more purchasing power, so they, as they go head into the holidays here, have the ability to buy goods and services to help employ other people. So that's really what the package is all about, is to help consumers and individuals as well as help employers. I think it's a good way to go.
And how much are you looking to increase the earned income tax credit by?
Well, I think the earned income tax credit, which is 5% today, should go to 15%. And I've said that over and over again. It might be over a year or two, but I think it's important that we understand that the earned income tax credit today benefits 935,000 households in Illinois, literally millions of people, and supported by Democrats and Republicans over the years, President Reagan, President Clinton, President Obama, President Ford. And so we need to make sure that we make it more valuable to the working families of our state who live from paycheck to paycheck. When they get some tax relief, they don't admire the money in the bank vault. They go out and spend the money in the economy and recycle that money. They go to retail merchants and help create new jobs. And this is important that we have a balanced program that helps employers and individuals with our economy.
This morning, the mayor appointed all new members to the Sports Facility Planning Board and said that he doesn't want them taking any of the perks, the free tickets, the free parking, the fancy skyboxes. Is that something that your members should look at?
I think all the members ought to have a meeting and make that the policy of their board for everybody. I think that's a good way to go.
And it's also been indicated that Latino Jones is looking to renegotiate the lease there. The state currently only gets, what, $1.5 million or something like that. Is that something that you would support?
Well, again, the board has to work on that. They interact with the various tenants of the Sports Facility Authority. Emil Jones, President Jones, I think is a very worthy chairman, and I think he can work well with his fellow members and do the best for the public.
Do you think that he should also look at the restaurant lease there where the state didn't end up getting any money, I think, actually goes to the
Well, I think he's already mentioned that subject, and I know President Jones since 1973, and I know he's tenacious, and I know and expect him to be tenacious.
Should the state buy Wrigley Field and take care of Wrigley Field? That's going to need a lot of work.
Well, that's one that Cubs will have to tell us about. I don't know what they have in mind. I don't think the state should buy Wrigley Field. No. I think what happened at Fenway Park in Boston is probably a model on how to go about taking a very old park. Fenway Park, I think, is the oldest one in the major leagues. Wrigley Field, the second oldest, but Fenway Park was modernized for the 21st century, and they did it with private money, and I think that's a good way to go.